Welcome back, my warrior brothers, to another How to Kill. And today I bring you the Tier 2 T18, sporting the 75mm howitzer. Oh, I have fond memories of this little thing. Oh my god, the runs I had in this little thing. Especially with that 75. Oh, who needs to aim? Just walk up and bash him in the side of the head. Good god, does that thing do marvelous. But here's the problem. 120 hit points for a Tier 2. That's right around where it should be. That's just fine. Weight load is 13.45, 15 for the load limit. 350 engine power. It's got some giddy up and go. 48 top speed. Yeah, it's got some giddy up and go. 22 degrees of traverse. So, not bad. Looks good. Hull armor. Here's where this little tank really comes into play. Look at all this. This big, you know what, forget it. It's not even a tank. It's a bunker. It's a mobile bunker is what this thing. And coming up against this thing in a Tier 1, Tier 2 tank, it's just best to run. Because look at that. 51 hull armor on the front. With this lower set being sloped, the only place you're actually going to have any decent chance of pinning is right down here. Or right here, right along there. That's going to be the weakest point. But the problem is, if you're a good T18 driver, you're going to be angled with that turret facing out this direction. And you're going to be shooting at an angle. So that gives you this much angle, that much angle, angle, along with the 51 millimeters of hull armor. Yeah, they're going to have a tough time getting through you. Just a mobile bunker. 32 on the side, 25 on the rear. So, yeah, just don't show your ass. Standard shell damage with the 75mm, 131 to 219. Look at this, 131 on the low roll. You're going to one-shot yourself. Who needs to worry about the enemy tank? It's only when they gang up on you or you do something stupid. Standard shell penetration, 29 to 48. Okay, here's where it gets tricky. 48 on the high roll. Even with that much damage, you're still throwing a howitzer round. Your frontline artillery. So, you know, you're not going to get a lot of pin, but what you do pin will be a lot of the mediums, a lot of the lights, and a lot of the tank destroyers. Especially the artillery. So, there's not much of a problem there until you start seeing Tier 3s. 11.54 rounds a minute. Okay, so your reload's not the greatest, but when you've got that type of damage output, you don't have to worry too much if your enemy's already dead. Gun traverse speed is 44, view range is 240, and signal range is 325. So you're still pretty blind, but for low tiers, it's not that bad. Especially when you sneak up on them, turn around a corner, and bop them right in the side or in the back. They ain't going to see it coming, but boy, will they feel it coming. So, let's get on to how to kill the mighty American Tier 2 tank destroyer, the T18. Alright, so, going at the point of a brand new player, I brought the T1 Cunningham. I do have the Tier 2 20mm Hispano gun on here, and it has 30mm of penetration, with an average damage of 15 per round. The 20mm Hispano is a machine gun, so it has multiple rounds per fire. I believe it's a 3-round burst. Let's go ahead and take a look at what may or may not be weak points on the T18 with the 20mm Hispano. Let's go for the driver's hatch first off. Well, as we notice, most of it's red. A little bit of green right there, but I'm not sure that's an actual good zone to shoot at because it is angled. And the mail slot of the driver's hatch. Let's see.
That one didn't go through.
Well, again, the machine gun.
Penetration.
Oh, one round went through. Where else can we shoot? Let's try right here.
We didn't even scratch them. We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor.
So from the front, most of it is not going through. We got lucky and one round did go through there. Let's see. Spray and pray?
That scratch them. Penetration.
So spray and pray does do a little bit of effective work. Let's try right on that front part as soon as we're loaded again.
Enemy armor is hit.
Yes, that front plate, even though it's angled, the 20mm Hispano will go through it.
We
Just not reliable.
penetrate their armor. That one didn't go through.
Sure, now that I mentioned that, I'm being laughed
We
at.
didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Now that I'm having a round of rotten luck, I am going to try and get around this guy. Unfortunately... No, let's back up. Let's try and stay in his arc, because that's where he's going to be shooting at us from. So at the edge of his arc, you see a bit more of an angle there. Let's see what we can pin.
We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor. That one didn't go through. We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor.
So the enemy tank, being a little more smarter than we are, angling his armor, he is bouncing more. So, what is a viable tactic to go against the T18 with a Cunningham?
We didn't even scratch them.
Track
We
him!
didn't
Keep him
penetrate
from
their
turning!
armor.
Once that works,
Critical hit.
try to
That
get
one
beside
didn't
him.
go through.
And it looks like his tracks may be up soon, so nope.
We didn't even scratch them.
Yep, that's definitely not working, and me getting closer is only giving him better aim. So this is not working because he's able to, he's able to keep up turning with us.
Ready to fire. Critical hit. We didn't penetrate their armor.
So the only
That
way
one
to
didn't
kill
go
him
through.
is by
Turn
trying to get
release.
behind him. Unfortunately, this tank seems to have enough rotation capability.
We didn't even scratch them. We
Keep him
didn't
tracked.
penetrate their armor.
Now, let's take a look.
We didn't even scratch them. Enemy
So the
armor
side.
is damaged.
Side is a good one. Side's always a good one. His tracks are up. He can turn now. And we're still reloading.
We didn't even scratch them.
Keep them
We
trapped.
didn't even
Alright, let's
scratch
take a
them.
look. The main part of the body of the tank
Penetration.
can be pinned.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Down here at the weakest point.
Enemy is hit.
Reloading. So, deja vu. Unfortunately, with the 20mm Hispano, you don't have enough ammunition in your clips to keep him tracked and use your ability to get around him.
Got him.
So just flat out kill him. Alright, let's see what else will work. Now, we are in the Tier 2 Russian tank destroyer, the AT-1, not to be confused with the Tier 5 British AT-2, sporting the 57mm Zeiss 8S. This is the top gun in this tank. And let's see what the top gun can do to the T-18. Well, so far our pin indicator indicates to us that the entire tank can be pinned, indicatedly. So let's go ahead and go for the weak spot of the mail slot, the driver's viewport. Fire!
Right there.
Well, that went through. Let's go ahead and try for the strongest part, and as I noticed, that didn't even go anywhere near the viewport. That hit the hinge of the driver's viewport. Let's go ahead and make him eat one. There's a bad stroke of RNG. That bounced right off the top of his turret. Or did it? No, that did hit the mantlet. Let's try this again. I said eat it! There! So, that worked. And now to finish this run, I bring you a T-18 versus T-18, both sporting the QF 2-pounders, 40mm penetration. Every once in a while, you may see this, a T-18, and you are in a T-18. So what do you do? What do you do? I ask you, what do you do? Well, you shoot it, that's what you do. So let's take a look and see where we can shoot it with the top cannon. Let's try for the mail slot.
Enemy is hit. Track hit.
Oh, he's feist? Let's see, where else? Mantlet?
Enemy armor is
Yep.
hit.
that easily pinnable spot.
Enemy
Yep.
armor is destroyed.
So, top tier versus top tier. There you go. And so, as we just saw, the T18 with a lower tier, medium tier, or equal tier, and the higher tier, top tier cannon of the same T18. What you can, cannot, and what you most likely will see or will not see, a couple of pins and a lot of bounces. So I hope this has helped you when you see the mighty bunker on wheels rolling down the road at you. I hope this has given you the ability to stand your ground and fight, be defiant in the face of this monster. Hope this has been a good learning lesson for you. Until next time, que plus ouvre.